three major providers of cloud services are Amazon, Microsoft, and then what? Who else provides cloud services?
Google.
Google, yeah. So the cloud platform of Amazon is called AWS. The cloud platform of Microsoft is called Azure. And that of Google is called Google Cloud Platform. Of these three, this is the market leader. So for that reason, we want to first of all do AWS. And then after AWS, you may do any other cloud, right? The second market leader is Azure, and then the third is this. So anytime we talk about cloud, without referring specifically to any of this, by default, we are talking about AWS cloud. All right. So if I take you into AWS now, which is what you'll be doing throughout, going into AWS to set up services and manage services, what we are going to learn now is I'm not sure we should do that right away, but I wanted to demonstrate to you how Linux works within cloud. All right. But before then, what is the meaning of cloud? So for your IT, when we say IT, we basically mean that there is something that you want to process. There is data, there is, irrespective of whether that data is in the form of text, video, audio, whatever it is, even voice, we call it data. So when you have something to process in order to get an output, so what comes in, we call data, and then we call that info, generally. So the point I'm trying to make here is that there are systems here that you must put in place and network together, not just one system, because we are not talking about word processing or Excel. We are talking about processing, for example, data of a whole country, or maybe that's an exaggeration, of 450,000 customers, or 2 million customers of T-Mobile. So that kind of data, you don't work with one computer. One computer will crash with ordinary 20,000 data. So you have to have many computers working together to be able to process that kind of data and get whatever output. It could be that you are imputing voice and putting picture on the voice, and then you get video as output, for example. But whatever it is, these computers have to be connected together to form one single power. The resources will be combined together to form a single unit. When you have that, you say you have a computer network. All right. So traditionally, what you do if you get wanted to set up a telecoms company, for example, that will take voice from customers on one side and transmit the same voice to other customers on the other side, then like we said, one single laptop will not be able to do that work, unless, of course, we are talking about 3, 4, 5 customers. If you are talking about 5 million customers, then you need a whole bunch of servers, of resources combined together, working as a network to do that. Okay, so the point here is, traditionally, you would have to go and buy computer 1, computer 2, computer 3, computer 4, 70, 100 computers, and then set them up in an office, and then get somebody to sit there and work on it, and so on and so forth. This is old. This is tradition. Tradition. So, in these days, this is not what we do anymore. These days, what we do is we just set up this physical. This tradition is physical equipment, physical. So we set up the equivalent of this physical equipment in the virtual form. Virtual. So that means instead of having physical computers, we are going to have computers that are not physical. They are just there by buttons, you press them, and they will do the same work, even more powerful than these physical computers will do. So that place that you go into to set up virtual machines that will run like this one will run, that place is called cloud. All right. And this cloud is actually drawing the services, cloud services, is drawing the services from physical machines that have been set up somewhere, running into billions of dollars. Physical machines running in warehouses as data center. So this is the data center that is running the physical machine that provide this virtual service in the form of cloud. Am I making sense? Am I rushing? Are you getting what we are saying?
Yeah, we're getting it.
Okay. So behind every cloud provider, there is the powerhouse where they run their computers, they have their cabling, they have their generators, they have everything physical that you should have had if you were setting up your own traditional network. So that place is called data center. So Amazon has data center all over US, in fact, all over the world. It's called footprint. All right. So each of them has data center across the world, and it is from the services running in this data center that your virtual environment is formed, and it's the virtual environment that gives birth to this concept of cloud. All right. And what does cloud look like? This is simple. Let's go into one of the clouds so that you see what we're talking about. It's not so abstract. So we come here, and this is cloud. This is AWS. AWS, the cloud services provided by Amazon. This is it. So if I come to services in, I hope you can see my screen. Services in cloud, I'm going to see that there are services for analytics, services for application integration, services for blockchain related, services for compute, services for container, services to manage database, to develop applications, and so on and so forth. And under each of them, there are several other services. For data migration and transfer, for example, there are all of these services. So altogether, we have thousands of different services available in cloud. So under the course AWS, you are going to learn as many of these services as you are expected to know as a cloud solutions architect. The truth is, no one man can understand all of the services by himself. Otherwise, that one man will be an entire IT department. So some people will be specializing in storage, some people will be specializing in robotics, some people will be specializing in code development, Internet of Things, machine learning, database. So your IT team, the team that you are preparing now by this training to go join, will be made up of different subject matter areas, different subject matter experts according to these areas. All right. In your own case, you'll be learning as many of not all of them, because like we said, it will take a lifetime for one person to be able to manage them. Also, there are specialization, there are division. You want to call it division of labor. So that some people specialize here, others specialize here, others specialize here. So in a team of 50 IT experts, one person may specialize here, one person may specialize here, and then you now work together to make that vision for that company, for that organization, technically possible. But in this case, this is what I just want to demonstrate. This is something you'll be doing every day anyway, so there's no rush about it. But just to give you a feel, I'm just going to set up a server in cloud now. So right now, I don't have any server running in my AWS account. You are going